being stuck at home is getting boring. With nothing left in the house to make over anymore, there was a lot of stuff to get rid of, including this thing. On the one hand, I had this old wardrobe. On the other hand, I had some really bored kids. It's time to turn that old wardrobe into a climbing frame. So I thought about all the different options, and I really thought the climbing frame was the way to go. So you might be wondering, why don't I just buy one instead of making one? Well, there's a couple of reasons. Climbing frames are pretty expensive, and I like building stuff. I've got an old wardrobe that's been stuck in the house for absolutely ages, and part of the reason I didn't want to get rid of it is because it was so well built. I felt ashamed to waste perfectly good wood, so I thought, let's do something with it. And plus it's winter. I don't think they're going to get on a climbing frame much at the moment. Confession time. I had to take this wardrobe apart to get it from the loft down to the garden. Then I had to put it back together again for this video. So I did cheat. I did not put these bits back on the wardrobe when I fitted it together. I just needed it to hold together for a moment while I filmed. So these were bits and pieces from the wardrobe too. So I've got the workbench out. The plan is to use these support bars as steps to climb on. What we're going to do is chop them up into sections so that they can be little steps to climb onto. So, what do we reckon? Is that starting to look like a climbing frame? Yeah, kinda. Alright, so I didn't quite manage to climb it, but that's because it was raining a bit. It's a bit slippery here. And besides, kids have little feet. They'll fit on that step. I'm thinking, I think I need more steps. So I needed to cut some more steps. I think my 3-year-old is going to struggle otherwise. Time to smooth those bits of wood, but I can't find the sandpaper. Time for a treasure hunt round the garden. So these are what I'm making to cover up the exposed screw ends. Just a little bit of a round pole of wood that I'm chopping into 1 centimeter sections. I'm just drilling a little hole to make it easier to screw it in. Come and have a look. As you can see, we've got some exposed screws here. What I'm doing is using these to cover those up. The purpose of this is actually twofold. One, to cover those screws, but the second purpose is to actually provide extra support to the steps on the other side. So the last thing I need to do is add some supports at the bottom. That's been ordered from Amazon and hopefully will arrive tomorrow, and I can finish things up. Our boring old wardrobe got turned into a climbing frame. What do you think? Is that a good use of an old wardrobe? How would you use an old wardrobe? What would you make? And also, if you have any tips on how I could have done this better, let me know in the comments. So this was a fun project, using stuff that was just lying around the house. I think the finishing touches would be to add some support straps to the bottom to make sure the thing doesn't flatten as soon as the child gets on it, and maybe a touch of paint. If you enjoyed watching this video, subscribe to my channel for more fun projects which involve tech, home hacks, and maybe even cooking a mean curry. Anyway, thanks for watching. See you in the next one. So I've just been waiting for the kids to get home. Let's have a look at their reaction.